Yes, I had the problem with the recording, but now we are okay.
Okay.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon from the beautiful island of Corfu. I would also like to welcome you to the Casa Parlante Museum. My name is Lia Payataki, and as the manager of Casa Parlante, I would like to take you with me on a journey back in time to the 19th century during the period of British rule over the Ionian Islands. Together, we will meet an aristocratic family who used to live at the old mansion in which the museum is housed today. You will get to know not only about their daily habits, customs, and traditions of that time, but you're also going to be amazed by our moving robotic figures, which were made based on photographs and portraits that have been preserved all this time. The Casa Parlante Museum was founded in 2014 by Ekaterini Randou, Theodore Efthymiou, and Dimitris Mitsopoulos, and the idea of it was convinced because of the love of they feel for Corfu and the rich culture of the island. The museum was nominated with the title of Living History Museum, and it's obvious why. What our goal is for our visitors to become part of this family for 30 minutes, to see the way noble and poorer people used to live, like and listen to their story in many different languages like Greek, English, French, German, Italian, and Spanish. More specifically, the time we are referring to is the decades between 1814 and 1864. During that time, British commissioners were stationed at the Ionian state, meaning the Ionian Islands, and Corfu was the capital of this state. These decades were very beneficial for the islands because there was a big development in trade, education, and much more other sections. Due to this development, the aristocrats started moving from their former mansions to the countryside to the city center. The noble family that you will meet today used to live in the Gasturi village, just 10 kilometers away from the city center. Then they found a mansion, like this mansion that was housed the museum, a building in 1720 that was built it, and they bought it. This old mansion belongs to the category Palazzi Borghesi and is consisted of 10 rooms, which I will present you today. Just a moment, please.
Leah, if you want, you can also. Now we can see the next. Perfect.
Yeah, it was stuck for a little bit. So we begin with the entrée from the word entrance in French. It's where the Comte and Contessa, that was the title of these people, used to offer the signature liquor of this period, rose liquor. Then we pass to the stacks a little bit to the dining room. We move on the dining room where the family and their guests gather all together. In this room, you can see very expensive objects and heirlooms of the family, which were collected from different European countries. Okay, and now the next room is the living room in which we finally meet our hosts, Conte and Contessa, the owners of the house in the form of life-sized moving figures. You will hear all about their life, education, and also you will observe some of the furniture that the family liked to display proudly. The next room is the study, where you will meet Conte Spiros, the grandfather of the family, the wisest and older man of the family. You will learn about the role he used to play in the household of his son and what kind of meetings he would have with other merchants. You can also observe many old books of specific terminology and dictionaries. Just a moment, please. Okay. Besides the bathroom, you will find the bedroom of Conde and his wife. In there, you will meet Maria, the chairmaid and the wife of Countess Spiros, Contessa Theodora. Next room is the children's room, in which you will meet the children who are having their daily music lesson by the governess Mrs. Helene, a woman who comes from the middle class and is entirely responsible for the children's upbringing. Behind the closed door of the children's room, you will see where the servant would make all the daily preparations for the family. However, in the servants' room, you will also learn more about their lives, how they were treated by their employers, and their day-to-day tasks in the house. And beside the servants' rooms, there is the kitchen, of course. In there, you will meet the cook of the family, Mrs. Catino. You will listen about her life, and you will see some of the objects that Mrs. Catino used to use to cook all the traditional delicious dishes of Corfu. What the Casa Berlante Museum aims for is for our visitors to absorb a lot of interesting information about the life in Corfu in the 19th century. The museum was founded to preserve the history and tradition of the island, to make the visitor listen, think, and eventually love Corfu. The preservation of our ancestors' heritage, history, and tradition is very important for our growth as citizens of this island. Besides, always remember that knowing the past, we can build a better future for our children. Thank you for your time and attention, and thank you that you're listening to me.
Thank you, Leah, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to travel to Corfu virtually this time, but definitely in the summer, especially season, we would like to visit you and live this experience
It's really worth it. It's an island that really has a beauty by its own, but also the architecture all over the island and the museums will help all the visitors to learn more about the history of this island, of course.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's the only this kind of museum in an island in Greece. So you were the pioneers.
Yes, with robotic figures. Yes, it's the only museum in the island, and I think generally in Greece. It's a museum that combines two things: visiting a museum, seeing robotic figures. And if I can say a third reason is that except visiting, you can have also a tour guide that will always be with you to give you the information that you need, and always to be close to the visitor and to hear the questions, the needs that somebody have, so as to know everything about the history of this island.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your presentation. So I'm going to revert now to the original flow of our event. And I would like to welcome to our virtual stage Demostheni Spiridis. It's
Hello.
an AI and Web3 marketing specialist from the Future Cards. Thank you, Demostheni, for being with us. So
Well,
I'm gonna add you to the spotlight.
Great. Well, first off, thank you for inviting me. I'm gonna be taking the center stage now. I had a slight problem with my AI. I guess it was the lack of it, actually, that didn't help me with my presentation. But I'm here now. I'm going to share my screen and I can start the presentation. I think Leah needs to shut down hers first.
I did it. It's okay now?
It's okay?
Yes.
All right,
okay.
Great. So just, I think you see my screen now, and just give me a moment when I can turn on to present. I'm hoping you can see the whole screen now.
Yes, we can see the whole screen.
Cool, awesome. So hi, I'm Demosthenis Spiridis. Welcome, everyone. I am the AI and Web3 marketing strategist for the FutureCats, which is an innovation consultancy. We're a future-facing agency with a diverse team of innovation consultants, data scientists, digital communication managers, blockchain researchers, and social media consultants. So I'm here today to discuss with you how AI, how artificial intelligence is transforming the tourism industry in general and its effect on sustainable cultural tourism specifically. So we'll explore how this emerging technology can improve and preserve cultural tourism experiences while supporting environmental goals. So as AI continues to evolve, so does the potential to transform the industry and enrich, in a sense, the way that travelers and local communities experience tourism. So imagine for a minute that we're exploring a city, an ancient site, or maybe a museum, and we have a personal guide with us that understands our interests, speaks our language, and adapts to the tour we're having in real time. And all this without human presence. So this is the future of tourism and the future of sustainable cultural tourism powered by the emerging technology of artificial intelligence. So let's begin by talking first, what is the essence of sustainable cultural tourism? And emphasize on its cultural value, which offers unique insights into local traditions and heritage, the sustainability that its practices ensure long-term viability of cultural assets, and where the AI integration comes in and binds all this, improving experiences, supporting sustainable management, and offering personalized and interactive eco-friendly tourism solutions. So after this, we'll dive into the trends shaping the tourism industry. And from there, we'll examine how AI is revolutionizing the visitor engagement. And lastly, we'll look ahead into the future of AI and how it will transform tourism and sustainable tourism for that matter. So before we proceed, let's pause for a moment and let me ask you to consider how many of you have used a virtual tour app in the past before visiting a new site or maybe a new city. If you have, this would reflect the trend of digital transformation in the tourism industry. And additionally to that, what sustainable practices do you consider when planning your travels, like choosing an eco-friendly accommodation, maybe selecting sustainable transportation, or supporting local economies? All these highlights the growing emphasis on environmental responsibility among travelers. So let's move on step by step, and let's talk about personalization first. Today, travelers seek immersive experiences. They want to go beyond superficial sightseeing. They want to engage with local communities and traditions. They prefer custom and personalized itineraries. They seek immersive, meaningful experiences that connect them with the local communities and give them the chance to have a deeper connection and foster maybe a mutual understanding between visitors and local communities. The next one is the digital transformation. So here we are seeing how the trend goes into digital tools like augmented and virtual reality with AI, both of them, that make cultural heritage more accessible and more engaging because they also give a different, deeper experience to the traveler. Both AR and VR allow us to create mixed reality experiences where, and I'll actually go to my next slide so you can see how it works. It's a
Demostheni, I'm not sure if your video has voiceover, but we can see only the video, not listen to it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can fix that, but I'm going to have to stop the presentation. Hold on a second, and I can do that real quick. There you go. How's that? Yeah.
Now we cannot see your screen.
You can hear it now?
No. We cannot also see your presentation. Maybe you can try to share again.
I'm sorry, I can hear you. I'm sorry.
We cannot see also your screen, your presentation.
Oh, hold on a second. That's the same. Just give me a second. I'll fix that too. Chrome tab. There you go.
Artificial intelligence and augmented reality are transforming how we explore new destinations. AI, or artificial intelligence, uses data analysis to personalize your travel recommendations based on your interests and preferences. Augmented reality, or AR, overlays digital information onto the physical world, providing real-time insights while you explore. Imagine having a travel assistant in your pocket that curates personalized recommendations just for you. Getting lost in an unfamiliar place is a thing of the past with AI-powered navigation. It considers real-time traffic, transportation schedules, and even your walking speed to guide you efficiently. AR takes navigation to the next level by superimposing digital markers onto your surroundings.
So basically, I'm going to stop it here because it's like a two-minute video, and I don't want to waste your time. So basically, what I wanted to point out here is that AR, and VR allow us to create mixed reality experiences where visitors can interact with digital reconstructions of sites, artifacts, cities, adding depth to the tourism experience while preserving the physical environment. So we can actually use those technologies together with AI to have a more meaningful experience when we travel. We'll never get lost again, hopefully. We'll be able to find real-time information on everything that we're looking, seeing, visiting at that moment. And it will also give us the opportunity, it actually does give us the opportunity right now as we speak, to visit cultural sites in great detail and even navigate through them in places that we couldn't previously visit to learn more about them even before we actually get there. So as we move on, one of the next pillars is environmental responsibility. So to that extent, eco-conscious travel is on the rise. We see a shift towards choosing sustainable practices, from using electric vehicles for transportation to supporting local green businesses. So by prioritizing sustainability, visitors now can help protect cultural heritage sites and contribute to local efforts in responsible tourism. So what are now the opportunities for AI in sustainable tourism? First off, we have improving visitor engagement, where artificial intelligence can provide interactive, personalized experiences either through avatars or through chatbots. We have data-driven insights for better resource allocation, or getting predictions on seasonal trends and marketing strategies. And we can promote sustainability practices by recommending eco-friendly options based on those previous visitor preferences or historical data that AI can analyze. So our next step, our next pillar, is improving visitor engagement. AI-powered avatars, AI-powered chatbots will revolutionize visitor engagement. They provide real-time communication, they answer complex queries, they offer personalized experiences, and they can help travelers explore sites in depth. They use natural language processing, we call it an NLP, and machine learning to be able to understand the questions, the context, and respond with natural language so that the traveler, the user, can understand and adapt and learn more about the environment that he's visiting, so they can get a deeper connection with the local heritage and traditions. So moving on to data-driven insights. AI offers two fundamental solutions. We can leverage it for optimization because its power to analyze big data gives us the opportunity to see in real time visitor patterns, historical data, as I said before, booking trends, and flows within sites, cities, airports, whatever, providing better resource allocation and crowd management strategies that, in its turn, can provide better visitor experiences. And then we have predictive models for predictive analytics that enable tourist managers to plan around peak times or even, lower period times, anticipate challenges, and lead to smoother visitor experiences by reducing that environmental strain that a site might have from mass tourism. On top of that, tourism operators can proactively plan staffing, marketing, and infrastructure to meet those demands in real time. So how do we promote those sustainable practices? AI can help us by nudging visitors towards eco-friendly options. By analyzing those visitor preferences and their behavior, artificial intelligence can recommend eco-friendly transportation, accommodations, and activities to travelers. Additionally, AI chatbots and assistants will be able to educate those same visitors on local efforts, on local conservation efforts, on cultural preservation, and the likes. So what we did in that sense as an agency, as the Future Cats, we had our first standout project, which was Anna, Greece's first AI avatar for education, created for the German School of Thessaloniki. What we did was, in our project overview, was to create an AI avatar that could offer and provide interactive communication. The challenge was to use the technology to provide speech synthesis for natural conversations and in-depth communication, and offer significant engagement and impact to the community and the visitors at the Thessaloniki International Fair, where she was hosted. So Anna engaged with visitors in conversation, enhancing their experience with the local culture, as well as getting information about the German School of Thessaloniki. From the analytics from the conversations, we derived that her high level of engagement showed the potential of how deep an appreciation the visitors had for the communication through real-time, meaningful interactions. And this is how it worked.
Η Γερμανική Σχολή Θεσσαλονίκης ιδρύθηκε το 1888 από τη γερμανική κοινότητα της πόλης με υποστήριξη της γερμανικής κυβέρνησης και του προξενείου. Αρχικά εξυπηρετούσε μόνο τα παιδιά της γερμανικής κοινότητας, αλλά σύντομα άρχισε να δέχεται μαθητές από διάφορες εθνικότητες. Κατά τον Δεύτερο Παγκόσμιο Πόλεμο, η λειτουργία της διακόπηκε και οι εγκαταστάσεις της χρησιμοποιήθηκαν για στρατιωτικούς σκοπούς, αλλά επανιδρύθηκε το 1956 και ανασυγκροτήθηκε. Από τη δεκαετία του 1960, η σχολή επεκτάθηκε και εξυγχρονίστηκε, καθιερώθηκε ως κορυφαίο ξενόγλωσσο σχολείο στην Ελλάδα και συνεχίζει μέχρι σήμερα να προσφέρει ποιοτική εκπαίδευση, εστιάζοντας στην πολυγλωσσία και τη διαπολιτισμική κατανόηση, ενώ παραμένει συνδεδεμένη με διεθνή εκπαιδευτικά προγράμματα και ανταλλαγές.
Oh, that was Anna. She answered about 900. She actually had about 900 interactions that were about 3,000 or 3,500 or something questions and answers during the 3-4 days that she was at the Thessaloniki International Fair. And even at that, the way that technology progresses, this AI avatar that we created a few months back is already evolving, and it's even faster in responding. It's learning from the communications it already had, so it can provide even deeper, better conversations now. So what is the future of sustainable tourism with AI? Looking ahead, AI is set to create more personalized cultural experiences, breaking language barriers, and offering deeper insights. Moreover, AI will play a pivotal role in minimizing tourism's environmental footprint, supporting a future where travel is both enriching and sustainable. So, to wrap this up, as we embrace all those emerging technologies, AI and AR and VR in conjunction with artificial intelligence, in sustainable cultural tourism, we have the opportunity to enrich our travel, enrich our experiences, while preserving at the same time the cultural treasures of the local communities that define our world. So if I have to leave you with one message, that would be, let's journey responsibly into this new future together, hand in hand with AI. So thank you for your time. And I have my LinkedIn over here, so if you want to scan the QR, and you can ask me more questions after this meeting as well. But I'm here for you too.
Thank you, Demosthenis, for the insightful presentation, because you shared with us a lot of the insights and the trends that we can use, all of us, in the sustainable cultural businesses, and real case examples. And because also you mentioned the local experience, now I think it's the ideal time to welcome to our virtual stage Tasso Kanavo from Cellar Hopping to share with us his case. So I'm gonna add you to the spotlight. So,
Hello.
Tasso.
Can you
Perfect.
see
We
my
can see
screen?
also your screen. Yes. And we're
Perfect.
ready to learn more about Cellar Hopping.
Perfect. Hi, I'm Tassos, co-founder of Cellar Hopping. Cellar Hopping is a B2B marketplace for gastro and agro tourism. Sorry. Our aim is to contribute to the digitalization of tourism, and to highlight destinations of gastronomy interest, and to offer sustainable tourism experiences. In recent years, more and more travelers have chosen destinations based on what they can do while they are there. So gastro-tourism activities are organized, and you have to try a lot to book a good quality experience. Furthermore of that, there are more people who have valuable services, but they don't know how to utilize them. There is a problem also on travel tourism professionals, because they are facing the lack of time and choose to offer mainstream options of packages. So Cellar Hopping connecting these two worlds by offering them an easy to use environment to manage their services. Sorry about that. So globally, the market size is around 10,000 wineries, over of 50% located in Europe, 4,000 distilleries remaining in Scotland and USA, 1,000 olive mills, and 10,000 breweries, mainly in the USA. So wine tourism market is booming. In 2024, turnover of wine tourism was 51 billion, and there is a compound annual growth rate to 12% until 2030. So what happened now in Sarah Hopping? Sarah Hopping provides in 40 destinations in Greece around 250 experiences. Among others are wine tours, food tours, beer tours, and olive tours. By making strategic deals with other places, we built our network like Klisto, like Tourme, like Discover Greece, and there are more upcoming next years. Our team has experience in tourism, technology, and agri-food, and we are active members of Capsule T, where we won a third place in the fifth cycle, and also we're proud members of Involve community. Sorry. So next years we focus to open other markets. Meaning other markets, I'm saying, let's say Spain, Portugal, Scotland, USA, to onboarding suppliers from these countries and to expand our network in our distribution channels. And also we align with the goals of United Nations, especially the SDG 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities, SDG 9, Innovation Infrastructure, and SDG 8, Decent Work and Economic Growth. That's all.
Thank you, Tasso, for the presentation. So now we saw how you are also using the technology and how you combined a tour to the wineries, the wine tasting, giving them a more modern twist. And you also highlighted how meaningful it is to have collaborators, partners in that you collaborate with other organizations. And one of the organizations that you mentioned was also Klisto. And we are happy to have with us George Popilidis. George is the managing director of Klisto, and he's going to share with us also some insights about his business. So, George, I'm going to add you to the spotlight, and the virtual stage is yours. Feel free also to share your screen.
Thank you, Agapi.
Thank you.
Give me just one moment. Hello, everyone. You should probably be able to see my screen now, right?
Yes, perfect. Yes.
So I'm really happy to accompany the previous presentations, and I really love what I've heard so far. So I will try to enhance everything we've mentioned already and share the way us in Klisto handle and try to bring in the technology for the digitalization and, of course, the digital growth of the travel industry. So Klisto is focusing on the things to do part of the travel industry. As we love to say, it's the most fun and funky part of the market. And interestingly, half a trillion is spent annually on things to do, meaning the experiences and activities or services that the travelers either books or finds after they have visited the destination. But what's much more interesting is that 70% of that turnover is a result of direct manual bookings. Direct manual bookings for us means repetitive phone calls, back and forth emails, even in destination attendance asking for availability, etc., etc. And having some experience in that market, we've realized that the problem starts from behind the curtain. So starts from what happens in the back office of those businesses. And this is where the roots of the problem start. So Clisto is a solution that addresses the back office of travel businesses, while at the same time gives them all the tools for them to run their business in an autonomous and well-structured, streamlined way, covering all the aspects of their daily booking communications, fleet and equipment management, personnel management, and trust me, these businesses are resource heavy. It's almost as running a hotel. Their suppliers, paperwork, their CRM, of course, to be well structured for them to communicate with their customers in a much more pleasant, not efficient. You shouldn't be efficient with people. You should be pleasant with people. Payments and accounting as well. While at the same time, the way we do that, as I've shown here, the way we do that is that we provide all the digital infrastructure for them to not worry about technology at all. We believe that technology is only an enabler. It's not the cause. No person in our life or any life will ever just want technology for the sake of technology. So it's just an enabler. So we give them all the tools for them to focus on what's much more important, which is their customers. And we've tested this out. We've run for several years now, and even during COVID, we saw that we can digitalize up to 60% of that direct manual bookings, helping them streamline the process with each and every external partner, which is either B2B partners, hotels or travel agents, even their own website, of course, and online travel agents like Viator, Get Your Guide, and such companies like Seller Hopping as well. So the thing here is that we've realized that if you are not connected, you're actually not in tourism. So for us, it's a global market already. So we are helping our clients grow globally from the kickstart. And the much more important thing of what we provide, if I wanted to sum it up in just one phrase, is that we help their staff, their personnel, their team stop wasting time on repetitive daily booking administration and operations that could easily be replaced with technology. Of course, we don't want to replace people with technology, but we want to make their daily life much more meaningful and allow the connection of humans in a meaningful way without them having to exchange emails about okay, is that available? Yes, no, how many people are you? These are like transactional conversations, which are not meaningful connections with your customers. It's interesting how this impacts a business. So I will share a case study that we've run with some clients that trusted us even before the product was ready, and we thank them for that. Actually, the product was developed for our clients. So this is a case study of a customer that trusted us since 2019, and they even decided not to drop our solution even during COVID. And we've proved them right. We've managed to help this business multiply the revenue while connecting with 10 times their partners. So these are like sales channels, these are suppliers that they can outsource bookings and multiply their bookings as well in ways that they only needed to hire their first booking manager, like a full-time booking manager, when they reached around 20,000 bookings. So now we are talking about somewhere close to 30,000 bookings handled by them with just one booking manager. And it's not just them that trusted our business. Of course, we have more than 100 early adopters. They didn't all stay with us, but these are the people that have contributed by any means in our growth as a business. But what's really, really important and what we love, and that's why I mentioned connectivity that much, is that these people have invited more than 2,500 businesses to work with them on a daily basis on our solution without us even asking for that. So we can easily realize how the travel industry works, how this ecosystem, and I've tried to share it with as clean as possible means, but it's really complicated if you think about it. There are many stakeholders, and if you are not like connected as a provider with all the stakeholders, most probably you are not in tourism. So we give all the tools for them to focus on building up their business, building up their growth, connecting with many more businesses, and completing the customer journey with an end-to-end pleasant experience for the visitor. Because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters. And we've managed to serve through our solution, we've managed to serve more than 150,000 travelers, direct traveler bookings, which interestingly generates more than 350,000 transactions between businesses for that to take place. And we've proven our model with close to 30 million turnover turnover of our customers. So for us, it's the gross merchandise value. Transactions taking place on our solution on an annual basis. And we are a small team. As I love to say, I believe in efficiency. That's what I do. So we are a small team, but we're a passionate and really performant group of people. And we're looking to grow them further. And as you can see, we are all well experienced in the travel and travel tech industry. And this is our love, this is our focus, this is our passion. Of course, we are happy to have involved Libra Philanthropy supporting us in the recent months. And we are proud to say that we've been bootstrapped to this point. So we've been through the tough times. I love to say that we've been through the tough times. Even during COVID, we managed to sustain our business and stay in the market. And not only that, we've actually grown in 6 markets in EU, the US, in the Caribbean, in Australia. Now we have clients in Miami. So we are now heading towards our first funding round to be able to become like the global travel booking management solution. And for us to do that, we believe that technology is also an enabler. So we use technology for making things happen. Like if you remember when we were all young, when we were seeing a magicians don't really do something different than what we do. They utilize that knowledge and the tech that they own to create something that feels seamless, smooth, and something that's pleasant to the eye. So we do the same. We love to develop a solution that actually runs the travel business automatically, as we also say. And of course, this is the QR code that takes you to scammy websites. No, I'm just kidding. So this is the QR code. If you are interested in helping us by any means, feel free to reach out. These are my contact information as well. And trust me, there are always means that you can help, even if you can't think of a direct one. Let's get the conversation going and take it from there. Thank you. Thank you for both your time. And of
Thank
course,
you,
if you have
George,
any
for
questions, feel free to ask me. Thank you.
Thank you, George, for the insightful presentation and for sharing with us a solution that can help cultural businesses being more effective and efficient. So now I would like to welcome to our virtual stage Maëlle Zulu, founder of Culture Hunter, a cultural detour accelerator participant, to share with us more info about the Culture Hunters.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me well?
Yes, perfect.
Perfect, thank you. So first, thank you for the invitation. I was very happy to be part of the Cultural Detour Accelerator. And so now I'm going to present you Culture Hunters, which is a company that I founded over just 1.5 years ago. So that's very, very new, but already a lot of adventures. Let's see, why can't we move? So me personally, I came to Greece 10 years ago and I live in Athens. So this is a company based in Greece, and its main mission is to help people connect meaningfully with the Greek cultural heritage whether it's tangible, intangible, past and contemporary too, through walking tours, exploration games, workshops, and other different educational events. Mostly for visitors coming to Greece, but there are also a lot and more domestic tourism or just locals who just want to learn more. The 4 pillars of Culture Hunters, it's based on uniqueness, trying to create experiences that don't exist and that, according to us, are missing, to tell stories that are missing. Also, the emphasis on connection and having this real human interaction that is very valuable for many people when they're traveling, but also connections also between travelers when they're traveling. The engagement, trying to not having this passive experiences for the guests, but for them to really be able to start conversations and play and engage and create and think and be inspired. So that's the main idea. It's to live inspired from all of these things. And of course, the last pillars, and this is what we came to talk about, the sustainable aspects. Of course, there is always more to do, and there will always be more, but it's already starting with the strong, will to do experiences and a business that's as sustainable as possible. So I'm going to give you a few examples on how we try to implement sustainability in the day-to-day, and the choice that we make for Culture Hunters. For example, to partner with local businesses to support the local economy, not only during the experiences, but also for every single aspect to it, from the gifts that we have for the games. Also, at the end of each experience, we give this little map. I don't know if you can see me on the screen or if you just see my screen, but I'm showing it on the video, which is a map that's called Buy Local. And it's not with monuments and stuff of Athens, but it's only with local creators and local businesses trying to support each other. That's why it says support your local heroes. And it's very appreciated by the people, actually. They really go around their days and trying to find these little creators on the map. So it really works. Next, trying to do zero waste experiences. Okay, it's hard sometimes when you try to do workshops and you're gonna have a little bit, but there is almost zero waste. So that's good. For example, the tours are on foot, and there's no vans, no buses, and also we don't propose any options for transfers to add on, because every experience starts from a point that is very easily accessible. It's in the center of the center. It's accessible by bus, metro, by foot. So if they can walk on the walking tour, it means that they can walk until the meeting point, and so there's no need to have any transfers. And also, for example, the city games are non-digital, and that was a choice to develop that non-digitally, as instead of doing a puzzle on your phone to do something, you have real objects in your hand, and I think that's also something that people really like. And this physical stuff are all reusable. So there is no print, there is no booklet, there is nothing like that. So, yeah. And also to keep tours very, very small. For example, there is one of our tour that's only 6 people because we go to a residential area and we don't want to disturb local life. I don't want to bore you with all the details of its experience because I prefer to show you, talk about more the insights of how you run the business in a sustainable way. But to give you an idea of what we do, for example, there is this walking tour about women of ancient Greece. Nobody talks about the women in ancient Greece, so this is the only and first tour about them. But the history of rebellion, going through modern times, talking about the last political events, and it can also be very resonating with people's own politics in their own countries, exploration games. So, for example, there is a game called The Journey Through Time. It's an urban escape game that's made to be able to travel in different eras of Greece. Because usually people, they learn about ancient Greece and then they walk around the city in 2024, but they have no idea what happened in 2,500 years. So that's a way to discover all that. Challenges in the food market to discuss with the local producers. And for example, there was a game that was created in one of the less touristic village of Santorini, an authentic village called Pyrgos. And also creative workshops, for example, a philosophy workshop to try to solve your existential crisis while you're in Athens, and a creative collage workshop with Athenian inspiration with a local artist. So what's next? Well, a lot of things are next, but I try to focus mostly on our theme today. So to develop experiences in rural areas of cultural interest, to try to disengorge, this very popular destinations, and try to go to alternative places, and try also to promote all-year tourism and not just summer and peak times. And this is with a special focus on playful and/or interactive exploration. And this is something that try to focus more, to try to go beyond the more passive traditional experiences when you go and you look around and you don't really know what you see, but try to engage really through these playful interactions. And so the playful interactions is not the core of what cultural tourism is doing. It's one pillar of it. But it was a choice for me today to focus a little bit more on that aspect for the rest of the presentation, because I think we don't talk about it a lot. And so yes, what is it first? Playful exploration in a touristic context. It is an interactive activity that will engage tourists in discovering cultural heritage through games and challenges, or even just more playful interaction. So I was telling you about this Pyrgos game that was created 2 years ago. That was more of a prototype that's going to be developed further. There are some escape games and treasure hunts in the city that can be also working for this sustainable and tourism. Something that already exists and that shows how people are really looking for these playful explorations. It's this platform geocaching. I don't know if any of you know it already. You can, all of these little green things on the map, it's things you can find in the public space. So when you found them, you can log your cache and you can learn about the place. And sometimes it starts games, and so people are actually traveling all around the world with the goal of finding more geocache. So it's already existing. You have also this prompt-based game that is a sustainable way to discover a place, where this is a curiosity game that was developed in not in Greece, I think in the Netherlands or in Germany, I don't remember. And this is where you draw a card, you have an action, maybe you have to go to try a new patisserie in the local bakery, and this is your goal for the morning, So you have different things like that, so you can really interact with local interesting things. So this is a very bad illustration. It's very awful, but this is the only thing that I found. But we all know scavenger hunts, where you have to find things in the city. But the other idea is to have this bingo that can not only be with monuments and stuff, but it can be, for example, during hiking. You can have a bingo of local flowers, local plants. So you can just look around and learn a few things about your local only cultural heritage, but also natural heritage. So to sum up a little bit, I wanted to talk about why I think playfulness is a great tool to develop sustainable tourism, because you interact, so you enhance your learning and discovery. You can value territories' insights in very, very unique way, very adapted to the local places. You can build all of these things to support local economies, and it promotes also slow tourism because it's a lot of autonomous experiences and oops. And I don't see what is my last point, and I forgot about it. But yeah, I don't see it with the bar from Zoom. I think it was active participation. Yes, that's it. So yeah, to go against the passive discovery. All of this, that's why I try to focus the last part of the presentation on that, is because in many countries there is already awareness about that. For example, I come from France, when it's already like a given that playfulness can really help value territories and sustainable tourism. But in Greece, when I talk about playfulness and cultural heritage, they always tell me, oh, it's for kids, or yeah, that's going to be just, and it's very hard to talk about this and try to develop this further. So I think this is a first step. It's to really start to raise awareness, and this will bring more fundings and then more collaborations and really get things moving with playfulness. So that was a small parenthesis on that, but I hope it was valuable for some of you. Thank you very much for your attention, and hope to connect with some of you later on. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you very much for the presentation and sharing with us more info about Culture Hunters. Each country, city, place has a story to tell, and now we learned fun ways to learn the history of a place in a more interactive way. So thank you very much. So as we said before, this coaching session is part of the Cultural Detour project. For this project, we use design-driven innovation, sustainability integration to boost the collaboration and entrepreneurship in the cultural tourism sector. This project started just after the COVID-19, so it took part during the recovery phase, and it was founded by the Creative Europe program of the European Union, and it was also a collaboration from Envolve, Innova, and Arctur. At this time, I would like to welcome to our virtual stage my colleague Irini Ozoni to share with you some funding opportunities for the sustainable tourism sector. So, Irini, feel free to share with us your opportunities.
Yes, hello. It was really nice to meet you all, and I have really enjoyed this workshop. Let me just share my screen. I'm going to present just a moment. I don't know why I cannot share the screen.
I'm gonna remove you from co-host and I'm gonna add you again. So maybe now you can do it.
No, it does not allow.
Okay, I think I have your presentation, Irini.
Yeah, made some changes, but okay. Then maybe I can share it with you here. Just a moment. Did you receive it, Rabi?
Yes, give me a second. So I'm gonna share the screen. I think now you will be able to see.
Yes. So since we speak about funding opportunities, we are glad to inform you that a call for a submission of innovative solutions from SMEs relevant to tourism, sustainable and digital transition has already been launched. It's under the FU Tourism Acceleration Program and under the project FU Tourism. Please, can you change this? Okay, great. This project is a COSME project, is a single market program project. The overall budget is 4 million euros and it is a 3-year duration project since 2023 until 2026. So what the project wants to achieve is to support the SMEs and the startups in their green and digital transition. The objectives is to create a network with the participating countries, Croatia, Spain, Belgium, Greece, Austria, and Poland, and also to design living labs in the 2 large pilot destinations, which are Valentia and Poreč, to demonstrate best practices and also real problem solutions for the SMEs. The program is going to provide funding and also support to 102 SMEs, and in this call, 60 tourism SMEs are going to be supported. How is going to provide this support? First, we have the acceleration program, which is the program that I'm going to talk about and the call that I'm going to present you. It is 1.2 million euros for the 60 SMEs, around 10 per country. And then a follow-up program is going to be developed, a scaling up program, where we're going to have a consortium of SMEs, around 4 SMEs per consortium, and these consortia are going to receive 30,000 euros. The consortium is comprised by business support organizations and the 2 tourism, the 2 destination management organization that I already mentioned. There is Eupolis, Finova from Belgium, Eupolis from Croatia, Involve from Greece, Sinio from Austria, Vestby from Poland, and we also have Open Impact from Italy. That is the organization who is going to help us measure the impact of the solutions of these SMEs to sustainability and digital transformation. Here you can see the QR code where you can go directly to the call that I'm referring. You can also find it in the website. So let's talk about a little bit more about what do we offer. As I said before, we are offering 20,000 euros lump sum, which is something that we believe is going to help a lot these SMEs to proceed and focus only to their solutions and not to other bureaucratic procedures. And also they're going to receive business support services under the capacity building program and the acceleration program that is going to be provided free of charge to all selected participants. The program is going to last for 8 months. It is an obligatory program, meaning that the SMEs that are going to receive funding need to take at least 20 hours of workshops under the categories that you can see here in this slide. There is a lot of flexibility because they can choose based on their needs what support they want to receive. So you can see that they're going to also be training from introductory topics and basics for entrepreneurship, and then move further to more specific areas of training. So they are going also to participate in networking opportunities. We're going to discuss in the later slide. And also they're going to have customized mentoring by industry experts from the consortium. 10 hours of free mentoring for the SMEs. Let's proceed. And now, as I mentioned before, the accelerator program also provides the opportunity for the SMEs to participate in 5 joint transnational webinars. We will have the kickoff event where all participants are going to present their solutions to the consortium members. There is going to be a fire chat with industry leaders that are going to present to the SMEs the new trends of the sector, and also there will have the opportunity to meet investors and have roundtable discussions, and also then the accelerator program is going to close with a demo day where all solutions are going to be presented, and we'll have the opportunity to receive more funding from investors that are going to participate also in the event. Now, what are the eligible costs? As you can see here, that the SMEs could fund a lot of activities under their solution. I have to remind here that when we are referring to a solution, we mean either a new service or product or a business model. So they can fund travel or accommodation expenses that they need to take in order to provide to complete their work and their product or service, equipment and supplies, all other tools and technology. They also will be able to fund consultancy services and other direct costs like software licenses or digital tools. More information about all the eligible expenses, you can find them in the call. You can proceed. Yes, Agapi, yes. Thank you. Now, who can apply? Small, medium-sized enterprises from Austria, Belgium, Croatia, Greece, Poland, and Spain, with the requirement to operate at least 6 months prior to the call's deadline, which is the 31st of January, to be active in sustainable green and digital tourism ecosystem. However, also from others, SMEs from other sectors could also participate as long as their solution clearly address the priority challenges of the call. For example, from SMEs from the energy sector or IT sector that provide a solution related to these challenges. The challenges that I'm referring to are all in specific in the first annex of the call document, and what is again facilitates a lot, I think, is that the SMEs are eligible regardless their legal structure. Okay. As I mentioned before, there are specific priority challenges that were depicted under research in the two destination management organizations, and also from Valentia and Porets, and you can find them in the next. We can see them in the next slide, I think. Yes, you can see here the priorities. As you can see, many of them were also addressed in the previous conversations that we had in this workshop and the previous presentations. You can see that we have specific challenges like urban tourism. So we need solutions for decisionalization, decentralization of tourism, sustainable transformation, sustainable transfer, new experience in tourism. You can see all the activities and all the priorities under this call in Annex 1. Now, the activities that can be funded, as I said before, it can be either a product, either a service, and either a business model. And you can see the different categories here in the first column. It can be either a development of a platform or a digital new tool for knowledge sharing, or online advertising and social media campaign, or a business support and development program for data collection, or a new business plan for the SME. Regarding the eligibility and admissibility check, regarding the evaluation, there are two phases. We have first to see which SMEs will be eligible. So they just need to fill in the application form correctly and upload the correct documents. And of course, not to have a conflict of interest and not to be a part of the FU Tourism Consortium. And then we will have the quality evaluation. We have three main criteria that overall give to the SME and to the specific project 100 points. You can see that what is going to be what the evaluators are going to focus on is the excellence, where we have whether this project is innovative, the solution, the quality of the solution that is proposed, and of course the methodology. This all credits 30 points. The impact And by this, we mean whether there is market potential and a specific strategy for this, whether it's going to also to impact and all provide a green and digital solution, and whether there are growth prospects for this solution, and of course how it influences society and economy. And for the implementation, we need to see the team quality and the experience, the work plan, and of course to see how the total amount, as I said, is a lump sum. However, how is going to be spent for resources. Here you can see how we are going to evaluate the overall evaluation procedure. So each SME has to reach the threshold of 70 out of 100 points in overall, and under specific criteria to reach at least good. From poor to excellent, and then reach at least a good under the scale. So what you need to do is to visit the FU Tourism webpage, create and log in to your account, complete the application form, and then upload the required documentation. You can also find the instructions by scanning the QR code. As I mentioned, the start of application, the application process is already started from the 31st of October. The closing date is the 31st of January. The results are expected to be presented in March, and the program is going to start probably by the end of March or in the beginning of April. You can also, for the colleagues that are from Greece, they can also join us in the open day at the 14th of November next week. You can also find in the specific webpage all the information, and we are going to provide you and guide you step by step how you are going to apply and achieve funding and also all the other benefits of this program. Here you can. I think I've said this. You can see step by step how to apply. And here, please follow us and visit the webpage of FU Tourism and join us for the Open Day Greek edition of this project. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Irene, for the presentation, for sharing with us this opportunity. I don't know if we have any question. If we have questions, we will be more than happy to answer them and have a fruitful discussion. As I can see, we don't have questions also in the chat. So perfect. Thank you everyone for joining us here today for this coaching session. Hope to see you soon to another event hosted by Involve or one of our products and partners. So enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you and bye.
Thank you.
Bye.